All right, hello everybody. My name is Miss B and I cannot wait to take you guys through another math lesson today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and we will get started. All right. Hopefully you guys are ready and excited to take on a math lesson together. This one is about number lines, and maybe you guys have heard of number lines. Hopefully, if you have, you can give me a thumbs up. And if this is totally new to you, you can give me a thumbs down. You have no idea what number lines what number lines are, but you know what? That is okay, because by the end of this lesson, I hope that you not only know what a number line is, but you also know how to use a number line when it comes to math. All right, so our objective today is exactly what I just said. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to use and create number lines to solve math problems within 100. And maybe you'll be able to create them and solve even higher than 100, but 100 is our goal for the day. And the standard that we are following is being able to fluently add and subtract within 100 using strategies based on place value, properties of operations, and or the relationship between addition and subtraction. And you know what? A number line is just one strategy of many that we can use to do math in a different way and in a fun way. So for this lesson, you guys will need either paper and pencil, if you guys want to use markers, if you want to use a pencil, whatever you want to use, completely fine with me. Or if you would rather, you can use a whiteboard and an eraser. And your third option is if you do have some sort of electronic tablet where you can write and make notes, you are free to use that. Just something that you can kind of write and take notes with. So this is where you will pause the video and grab those materials. All right. Hopefully you guys paused and were able to get those materials. Whichever one you have, no big deal. We are going to work together. And I today am going to be using a whiteboard and a couple different colors, but whatever you have, like I said, is fine. All right, so before we jump right in, let's talk, what is a number line? A number line is an indefinite line that can help to count by intervals. So indefinite means it never ends, right? Because numbers really never end, because we could always just keep adding on another digit or another number. So the line is indefinite. The two arrows at the end, that means it goes as far as you can imagine, into infinity. And when it says it can help you count by intervals, that just means you can label your number line by ones. So you could write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you could number it by fives, 5, 10, 15, 20. You can number it in different intervals in so many different ways. 5s, 10s, 3s, 12s, any interval you can think of. So that is what that means when it says an indefinite line, a never-ending line that can help count by intervals. You will choose your interval based on which one makes the most sense for your problem. And I'll show you an example of that as we continue on. So that is what a number line is. Hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, so I just wanted to show you an example of this one. I think that our arrows got cut off on the end, but as you can see, this one goes by ones. So we missed our 1 here. I think it got cut off, but it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is by ones. So that is the interval, is ones. But like I said, we could label it in different ways. So we saw how we label it by ones. I'm going to stop the share with you and show you how we can count by, let's do tens in our intervals, okay? Awesome. So here's our number line. We are putting arrows on either side. My board is not too long, so I'm going to do my very, very best, but I'm going to do it by tens. So I'm going to start 10, 20, 30, 40. All right, and of course, if I had a bigger whiteboard, I would be able to write way more numbers than this, but unfortunately, this is the only size whiteboard I have. So as you can see, it says 10, 20, 30, 40. And I did draw these little tick marks in between to represent the other numbers. But you do not have to do that when making a number line. I did that because sometimes it helps me do the mental math. All right, so now that you've seen it by tens, I would love to show you by fives how it looks. All right. So again, drawing these arrows to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and let's just go to 30. All right, so here you can see we have all the way from 5 to 30 going by 5. So we see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so that is what it looks like when we are using an interval of 5. Okay, I would love to show you guys my presentation again so that we can go over how we are going to use this when we get a subtraction or addition problem. All right, so we have examples by fives. The first problem I'm looking at here is 65 plus 5. So I'm going to draw my number line. And the awesome thing about a number line is that you don't have to start at 0 or 1. And the reason for that is because of the arrow, we know that there are smaller numbers. We could go back even further. You guys can start at whatever number makes sense for your number line. So I'm thinking that I'm going to go by fives, and I am going to start at, I'm going to say 55. So 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80. All right, so I'm going to write my problem here up at the top. 65 plus 5. Okay, so if I'm looking at this problem, let's see, what is our first number? It is 65. So I'm going to look at 65 and say, okay, I want to add 5. So I'll go like this. Whoop. And that is the answer. 70 is the answer. Because I know that these are moving by fives, I know that I just need to add one of these, and then I have arrived to my answer. And you guys can give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Do we agree that 65 plus 5 is 70? Hopefully we all agree. I know you guys are getting it, so we can agree that 65 plus 5 is indeed 70. All right, in the same way, I will use my same chart here to look at our second problem, which is 70 plus 5. And the reason why I'm keeping the number line like this is because we have all the numbers that we need on here. So again, we know that this number line, is moving by fives. So let's see, let's look for 70, which is our first number. 70, all right, I see it right there. And let's add, we need to add 5. Okay, so we know all we need to do is just like that, and we get 75. 75. Awesome. Now, hopefully you guys give me a thumbs up if you agree that 70 plus 5 is 75. Great. And if you don't agree for some reason, be sure to ask an adult or a parent to help you out and help you find out why that 70 plus 5 is 75. All right, let's take a look at this third problem. And it looks like I made a little bit of a mistake when typing this in, and this needs to be an equal sign, not a plus sign. So now that we have that all fixed, let's look at our problem. 55 plus 10. I went ahead and erased my other number line because I'm going to use a new number line for this one. All right, so let's start 10 below. So let's start at 45. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Okay, great. So I started at 45 and my number line goes all the way to 70. So when I'm looking at this problem, we have 55 plus 10. Well, let's look for 55. Hopefully you guys see it. I see it right here. I'm going to take my marker and just put a little dot on my 55, and looking here, I know that my numbers are moving by intervals of 5. So I have first 5, 10, and boop. That is the answer. That is 55 plus 10, and that equals 65. So hopefully you guys have see that and see why. But when we have 5 plus 5, that equals 10, right? So we know we need to move our little number line jumper over 2 to find our answer. Awesome. All right, so now that we have all of those answers, we are going to continue on with some examples. But before we move on, I did just want to note that when you guys are doing addition and subtraction problems, you most likely do not always need to be making your own number lines. On the internet, there are so many different number lines that you can use to help you. I'm sure in your classroom, your teacher has number lines, maybe even up on the wall, and they will be different, all of them. So you can ask an adult or a teacher for help finding the kind of number line you need before doing some addition and subtraction if you feel like you don't know how to make them or if you don't feel comfortable. But hopefully after this lesson, you guys feel like you can create your own number lines. All right, I am going to share my screen with you again so that we can look at the next examples we want. All right, so we already did our last slide. Now let's look at these. The first problem I see is 10 plus 6. So let's draw out our number line. I am actually going to go by ones this time. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, so I tried to go for as long as my board would let me since I have a small whiteboard. But let's see, where do you guys see the first number of our number sentence? I'm going to write up here, 10 plus 6. All right. All right, so 10 is the first number. So what we are going to do is we are going to hop over 6 times to find our answer. Let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Great. So according to our number line, our answer is 16. Do you guys agree? Give me a thumbs up if you think 10 plus 6 is 16. Thumbs up or thumbs down? I think it's a thumbs up. I agree that 10 plus 6 is indeed 16. So there it is. Awesome. Hopefully that was helpful for you to see. But I know some of these number lines can get a little bit tricky. So we are going to keep on practicing and working on it together. Let's look at our next problem, which is 21 plus 7. Again, I'm going to rewrite my number line so that we are using numbers that are high enough, because these are higher numbers than just 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to start at 20 and work my way up until I don't have any more room. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, so I got 10 numbers in there. Let's take a look. You guys can see that. Okay, so let's find, here, I'm gonna stop my share. All right, let's find where is our first number of our number sentence. It is 21. So we are going to start by drawing our little dot on 21, and we are adding 7. So let's make 7 jumps on the number line. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. All right. So according to our number line addition, our answer is 28. Do you guys agree that 21 plus 7 equals 28? All right. Hopefully you guys agree that 21 plus 7 equals 28, because that is what we got on the number line, and I believe that is correct. Okay. So hopefully this is making more and more sense to you as we continue. Let's look at our very final example of this slide, which is 32 plus 4. I'm going to write that at the top, 32 plus 4. Amazing. And now let's create a number line. I'm going to start at 30. So 30 and go as high as, or as much room as I have here. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. All right. So I have my number sentence up here, and we are going to start by finding the first number in our number sentence. Let's see, 32. All right, I'm going to put my dot over 32. Amazing. And we are going to jump 4 spaces to find our answer. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. So 32 plus 4 equals, what is this number? 36. Amazing job. Perfect. All right, so we have that answer right there. You guys are doing an awesome job. The key to figuring out this number line stuff is just practice. So keep practicing, and we will do a couple more here together. All right, so I would love for you guys to take a turn doing this on your own. Like I said, we are going to do one of these together just so you guys feel ready and confident. But after that, I would love for you guys to take a turn and try it on your own. So let's build a number line together, and we will do 25 plus 5 as a group. Okay, 25 plus 5, we should do by 5s. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, perfect. So on this number line that I made, we have intervals of 5. So all we need to do is find our 25 and just move it one time. Just do one little jump there because we know that this is moving by 5s. So let's jump and we get 30. Awesome. So 25 plus 5 equals 30. And if you agree, give me a thumbs up. Awesome, guys. All right. So now that we have done that one together, hopefully you guys feel prepared to move on and do some on your own. All right. If you guys can do 15 plus 4 and 14 plus 6, you can go ahead and pause this video here and take a try at these. All right, hopefully you guys paused the video and you took the time to solve these problems. If you didn't, don't worry, you can save these problems for later and keep on practicing. I am going to go over the answer really quickly, and the answer to 15 plus 4 is 19. The answer is 19. So hopefully you guys got that while using your number line along the way. And as for 14 plus 6, the answer is 20. 20. So my hope is that you guys got the answers to those problems by using your number line. All right, so that is all we are going to talk about today for number lines. Our objective was by the end of this lesson, you will be able to use and create number lines to solve math problems within 100. Do you guys feel, give me a thumbs up if you feel like we reached this objective. Hopefully you do. I feel like I was able to hit this objective because we created number lines and we also solved math problems within 100. And I think this would be a great opportunity for you guys to practice and just get used to using number lines because they are so, so helpful. And they can also speed up your math process a lot. So that is all for me today. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And of course, keep practicing those number line skills and just keep learning. Have a great day. Bye-bye.